Mickey, congratulations on another big win for you. Talk about your performance and just how the fight played out, because it looked like it might happen pretty easy for you, and then he kind of battled back a little bit and made a bit of a fight. Talk about how the fight played out and kind of how you felt about your performance.
Yeah, he'll give you a heck of a first round. Very explosive, very athletic. So I wanted to cook him a little bit, get him on the ground, land him a little bit, suck his energy. And yeah, it was cool. He was talking to me. It was nice.
I was going to ask, it did look like he was talking a little trash in there, which is not something we'd expect. What was he saying in there?
I'll tell you this first. I had been, I wanted to play the bad guy a little bit for this. I was like, there's no way you'd be the nice guy with Sage. And, I want to talk, maybe get him to engage with me a little bit. And maybe make him step out of his character and, talk some crap maybe. And he didn't the whole time. I'm like, he's just such a sweet kid and he's not going to do it. But it came out in the fight. And, you saw how the fight went down. And I think that helped me. And so what he said was, when he stood up out of my guard, he was like, get up. And he was like standing right over me. I was like, no, why don't you come down? I thought your jiu-jitsu's better than mine, because he said that in the show. And then I got up. I was like, what, you tired? He's like, no, I never get tired. I got to say, I like Sage with an edge. And then when he blackened my eye and he cut me, and he was like, ooh, that looks good. Like he was talking some crap. I like that. I like that he came out a little bit. This cut though, I lied to everyone. I cut this 3 weeks before the CM Punk fight. I got 21 stitches in this eye. I didn't want to tell anyone that, but yeah, and he opened it right back up. So I only got 8 stitches now.
Talk about the call out of Dan Hardy, where that came from. You've kind of masterfully handled your career thus far. Where did that one come from? I got to punch up. You know what I mean? I want to take out guys who have bigger names than me, who have a bit more star power. Big names make nice trophies, and I want some nice trophies, So, I called out CM Punk, called out Sage. I plan on going down to 155. Making 70s pretty easy. 55 would be tough, but I think I'll be the champion there. I like the way, Conor went down to 45 and suffered and and made that, and he made himself a champion, made himself a star. I think I can do the same thing. I think I'll be the champ at 55 in a couple years.
Mickey, can you talk about just the level of, satisfaction that you have tonight compared to maybe your first 2 UFC fights? Is it completely different? Is it comparable? What would you say?
I feel much better. It was more of a fight. It wasn't a total domination. I got my eyes blackened. Sage is a tough kid, and Sage is a UFC caliber guy. He's a step up in competition. So yeah, I feel I do feel like I accomplished something more.
I want you to kind of comment on something you just said, because it seems like already, on social media, some people do think that Sage is not UFC caliber. So to anybody who still thinks that, maybe, like, what would you say? Mickey hasn't beaten a UFC caliber guy yet. That's
cool. He was 3-1 in the UFC. But I can't be concerned with other people's opinions. If they think that, that's cool, and then when I win the next one against another UFC caliber guy, then we'll see what they're saying then. That's cool. I'm excited to prove people wrong and show what I'm about, show what I can do. Yep.
I kind of want to follow up on the whole Hardy thing. Do you know something we don't as far as his condition and if he's cleared to fight? Is that, are you just going based on the fact that he said he wants to come back, or do you have any more intel than that?
Yeah, I did some Googling, and yeah, he said he wants to come back. He said he wants to come back. Said he wants a marquee fight. I think he'd look at me and think, oh, that's a nice fight for me. I think maybe he'll take that bait. But for real, I'm a big fan of his, and it'd be an honor to fight him. I'd love that, and that's another. He's a bigger UFC star than me. So I just, like I said, big names make nice trophies. I'm gonna keep punching up. I'm not gonna call out some guy that no one knows. You know what I mean? I gotta say big names. I'm tossing up a Hail Mary. Again, like I did with the CM Punk. If it doesn't happen, that's okay. If it does, that'd be great. I'd love that. I'd love to see him back. I'd love to see Dan Hardy come back and fight anyone. I'd definitely like to see him fight me.
He didn't tag you on this, but I think he might have been referring to you.
I heard.
Oh, was he old enough to watch the UFC when I was still fighting?
Yeah, the first UFC I ever went to was him versus GSP for the title in Jersey. That was the first UFC I ever went to.
So you remember? That's a memory.
Yeah, I saw Dan Hardy fight a lot. Yeah, yeah.
any other names that you're thinking about if you look at 155 or 170, just because there's a chance that Dan may not be able to get cleared? You know, I know he's had problems getting cleared before, so, you know, because of the heart issue.
Yeah, I'd like to go down, you know. I feel, like I said, I like the way, I admire the way Connor did that, you know, suffer. And I want to be the best in a weight class. I think I'm a little young in the tooth, 70s steep. But I think, you know, like I said, 155, I'll have that belt in a couple of years. No names really, man. Whoever. I want to be. I got into this to be the best in the world. So whoever, you know, whoever, whenever, whatever.
What do you think as far as like the 155 guys? I mean, it's not necessarily to fight, but just kind of like your evaluation of whether it's Connor or Ferguson or Khabib. You know, what do you think of those different guys?
They're fantastic. They're wonderful. They're awesome fighters, world class. Some, you know, best in the world. You know, so I just, you know, I think they're all great. And you know, I think I'd be huge for that weight class. And you know, I think I'd dominate in that weight class. Nothing, Randy? Cool.
Well, I guess to follow up on the 155,
Sure.
You know, you said you kind of made it sound like it was going to be a difficult cut for you, that, you know, you watched Connor suffer down. It's going to be similar for you. I mean, how confident are you that you can even make it?
I think I can make it. I do. I just have a strict diet to make 70. I can make 70 standing on my head. You know, it's 15 pounds. An ideal spot would be like a 60, 65. So, you know, if the UFC doesn't seem to be too keen on doing catch weights, but I'd be extremely open to one. I'd love that. But yeah, I think I can make it. I could do it. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.